Can you explain why this is so important for the right more broadly to try and shoehorn this into the zeitgeist? There's a huge effort right now in Texas that's basically consume the state, where they're trying to reallocate federal funds, or I'm sorry, where they're trying to reallocate state funds, public funds, not into public schools, but instead into these charter schools or other private schools. And so why is this so important for the right and Republicans more broadly to try and make this an issue?
Yeah, so you have to understand that when we talk about white Christian nationalism, those three things sort of are part of the MAGA movement's end stage.
Yeah,
And the person who's honestly the most straightforward about it is actually JD Vance. Donald Trump is kind of doesn't know which way's up half the time when it comes to this stuff. But there is a very well thought through ideology here, which basically says that the United States is a white Christian nation, that we ought to not be diluting that white Christian nation. I think this is why you saw that, notwithstanding the fact that Donald Trump's administration is, throwing people into various gulags around the world now. It used to just be an El Salvadorian gulag. We now have reason to believe that he's sending shopping migrants to other countries. But at the same time he's doing that, you have these Afrikaners, these white Afrikaners coming into the U.S. Frankly, with a red carpet being rolled out for them at the same time that
right.
Donald Trump is spreading lies about that. But this movement wants to promote white Christian nationalism. And so part of that means using the levers of the state to make the United States more overtly a Christian nation, make it more not just more pro-religion, but pro-Christian religion. And that is, I think they will dress it up in terms occasionally to say, oh, but they're also in favor of yeshivas, for the ultra orthodox. But that's
Yeah.
not what's driving this. What's driving this is an idea that they want to make more America whiter, more Christian, and have a sort of a nationalist view that is based on, to use a provocative term, but I don't think one that's far off, blood and soil as kind of the litmus test for what the creed of the United States is.
How are they able to do this knowing that the Constitution has a separation of church and state?